A win, ladies and gentlemen. A win for your Tennessee Titans. And we're ready to talk about it here on Fanboys Unleashed. Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Fanboys Unleashed. I am Sam, aka Mr. First Down. With me, as always, is the out-of-stater from Ohio. He is Bradley Mangold. Bradley, how are you today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. It's Monday. It's going. Is this the first Monday victory of the year? It is, and the
Yeah.
first home win for the Titans. First home win for the Titans this year too. So
Oh,
can't
yeah.
get it better than that. Victory Monday, first home win of the year. Can't get better than that.
No, you sure can't. You sure can't. And we saw something out of the team today, which was lovely. Now, it was obvious, we should state this, that this is obviously two bad teams playing each other.
Yes.
Because there was horrific plays on both sides of the ball. But I'll tell you what, like as someone, I sat there in the stadium watching the play calls, and I got the play calls. Like they made sense. There was just things not being executed or stuff like that. And I haven't been able to say that very often. Like the interception, Chig should have had it. All right, that's the bottom line. He should have had it. And I'm not going to fault Mason Rudolph for that.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it. We'll get our synopsises here. Synopsises. And but basically, it's a home win. You got it. When you had to have it, you got it. JC Latham. Absolutely. JC Latham in the locker room talked about how steady Mason Rudolph was, and he walked in there at overtime in the huddle and said, "Hey guys, it's a whole new game. Let's just get it here and we can go
Game
home."
close. Corey Levin, man.
High snap. You know, it's really funny because they trained Daniel Brunskill to be the backup center. Levin has been center before, but he hasn't practiced it at all. So you go cold there and not being able to do it. So Radens gets hurt. Brunskill has to go to guard. And then Cushenberry, who, by the way, we've lost for the year, which is absolutely terrible. So Levin has to come in and play center. And I saw him on the sidelines trying to get it all figured out. But I got to hand it to Mason. He handled every one of those high snaps very well. Oh, yeah. He'd jump up, and it messed up the time.
I saw that.
I think the other we'll get that was just my synopsis. I saw complimentary football from this team. It's been a little while, and when you had to have it, we've always talked about had to have it moments. They had it, and your players, your safety, made a great interception. It was terrific. I'm happy about it. Your synopsis, sir, as I yield the floor to the gentleman from Ohio.
It was a good game. Close. Lot of nervousness. Mason Rudolph. That was well, I remember, the live chat after the game. I said that's both on Rudolph and Chig. Mason threw it too high, but Chig still caught it. Still my fault. He had two hands on it. He should have pulled it down. It would have been a field goal instead of an interception if they would have failed it. And then Corey overtime got lucky with that botch snap that luckily Mason recovered. And then Jackson, I mean, he fumbled the ball, luckily, on a kickoff that no one recovered. This was a good win. Close. I would say we definitely dodged some bullets. Drake May, rookie quarterback, against a good defensive line, against a not good Patriots offensive line outside Michael Onwenu. Stevenson he's not a bad running back. He's just not the running back that will do well against this kind of run defense. Like you saw Gibbs last week, what Gibbs did to us, because he can run outside the numbers. That's not Stevenson's game. Corners played okay outside the penalties, but Patriots don't really have a great wide receiver.
No.
So Calvin Ridley's still struggling to get his hands to not drop a pass. NWI, another touchdown. I mean, that's
Oh my gosh, I forgot to send you that video of Dwight staring.
They're not asking him to do much. It's like, hey, just go out there and catch a touchdown pass. But Titans had the advantage. I think they're better than New England currently.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know we had one win and Patriots had two.
But 5 trips to the red zone compared to their 2. You got to score. That you just got to find a way to do it.
Yeah, that's why I said this was, like you said, 2 bad teams. I mean, like I told fans after the game, hey, we beat New England. And it's not like we beat the Chiefs or the Packers or an excellent team. We just beat a team that is equally to us or might be a little bit worse. I mean, Drake May's a rookie quarterback. You saw him today make a lot of rookie mistakes.
Mistake at the end.
Held on to the ball too long. He threw a horrible pass in double coverage. The good news is he looks pretty good. I mean, only bad news is New England doesn't have a good receiving core. They don't have a good offensive line yet, so they're in rebuild mode just like we are. And good news is now we still get first round. We still got first round high draft picks so far, so the win's not So still a good win.
Look, nobody in that locker room is playing for a draft pick. They're playing for their jobs.
Shouldn't be.
Right. And so
a lot of pressure on Will Levis next week if he starts.
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, Mason just kind of righted the ship there and rode it for as far. No mistakes and just tried to keep things moving. And shoot, he could have had more if some crazy penalties didn't show up. It's so funny how times change. Before it used to be a big deal to beat New England. Now it's a big deal to beat the Chiefs. Amen, Carlos. I really don't. It's just bizarre to me. But Chiefs, I mean, the rookie did very well. Unfortunately for May, is he made the rookie mistake and threw top into double coverage, and Amani Hooker pretty much fair caught it for the interception.
I thought Mayo was going to go for 2 after that crazy touchdown pass he had to end.
Oh, so did I. It seems just like a defensive guy that he would do. Like, we're going to kill him right here, right now.
That's what I would have done in that situation because I just felt like they had the momentum. I'm like, hey, let's just go for the win instead of going to overtime. Because that play, Auden Key missed the tackle. And
it was
just
horrific.
Just tackle him. And
you can't blame anybody in that secondary. They were having to try to guard their guys for 30 seconds. So that's really hard to do. That was a complete travesty. It was just like before, just a complete travesty again.
But dodge those little bullets. It was close, but we got it.
Right, but this team needed this win. They needed it. It was emotional. There were tears in the locker room, tears from Brian Callahan at his podium because this is stuff he's been preaching. Hey, stuff goes wrong.
Got booed at halftime.
Oh yeah, got that halftime sequence. Oh yeah.
It was.
Oh,
it's cringy. It's cringy. That's my
word. Very cringy. You could tell Mason Rudolph was like, "Where is everybody?" when he threw the ball. Like, where did you guys go? You all left.
Still having issues getting Tyler Boyd going too. I don't know.
He is so flighty. He can either get open or he doesn't, and he just not. But yeah. Okay, so I think it's
finally. I hope the Titans fans can shut the F up about the fire Callahan stuff.
Oh yeah, no,
he's not gonna get fired in one season. Stop.
Wes put out that list of coaches in their first year, and it's an absolutely accurate list. You can't fire a guy after 1 year. It's not fair. It's not how you do things. And look, he's trying to figure it out like they're trying to figure out. But I thought personally he coached a pretty good game. But let's go ahead and get the nastiness out of the way. My first one. What the heck happened right before half? What happened? They went from good field position to not doing anything with it. And I don't even know what to say to him. It was so bad. It was horrible.
It's confusing. I didn't know what they were trying to do either.
What's your bad?
I'm going to go with it for the last, I don't know how many games in a row. Special teams again. I mean,
Again.
I understand with the fire Cole Anderson, but here, and then as you said this, my issue with Ryan Stonehouse is this. Does he have a great leg? Absolutely. The bad thing is I don't think he's knowing how to use it yet. I said it last week, and you and me talked about it. Like when he punts the ball downfield, he's punting it so far that the coverage team can't get down there in time to get in the returner's face because the lack of hang time, whether it's from him being afraid that he's going to get his legs taken out again or the wind being a factor. But that big leg of his, like, dude, just punt it out of bounds. Do a coffin punt to the corner inside the 10. You don't have to keep kicking it to the returner. I mean, we saw this. Like, I'm not saying Devin Hester is back there, but the way our special team plays, it makes it look like Devin Hester was returning the ball on us every single time.
And they were hesitating too.
Yes,
like,
they were.
Just tackle the dude. Just get it.
Like I saw the Lions game, which
listen, we didn't talk about the game because of scheduling problems, but I was let me put it to you this way. I was not going to hit the positive button once because there was absolutely nothing.
No. But I watched the game film from that, and I'm seeing the punt coverage run out of lanes. When you run out of your own lane, that's what creates the open lanes for the returner. Mm-hmm. So that's why you're kind of just seeing that over and over again because Ryan Stonehouse is not putting a hang time on the punts. And now Jackson, he needs to get better with his. He had 2 fumbles. Luckily, they didn't get recovered by the opposing team.
He's too fast. He's too fast, like to not have yards. Yeah, no, I agree.
Still having that same issue, and I'm not saying it's Cole Anderson's fault. It's the same thing with. I wanted to talk about this last week. Why this passing game is not going the way it's going? Because what makes a good passing game? A great head coach and a good quarterback that can connect. The Will Levis and Mason Rudolph are having problems connecting with Callahan in this passing game. Same thing with the special team. I feel like the players are not like it's not Cole Anderson's fault. It's not his fault, but it's also the players. So that there's just something not connecting here in the first year, which you see with I call it chemistry issues. So, but today we did it. We got the home win. It was good.
Yeah.
It's a team that I like to beat a lot, but I wish it was still Brady playing when we beat him. It's just not
feel good. Hey, you ruined him you beat him in his last game in a Patriots jersey. So there's that, there's that. Levin is my number 2, the high snaps, but I kind of get the story why behind it, but he never calmed down. The snap, he almost had a disastrous play during overtime.
Yeah.
Snap got away. So hats off to Mason Rudolph there, taking care of business, jumping on that thing immediately as he got crushed underneath 300-pound men. So
too close.
We
number 2.
Oh man,
number 2.
We just missed a gimme kick for the Vikings.
53 yarders.
Oh, it was a 53. Never mind. Looked like it was shorter.
Sam Darnold doing Sam Darnold things in there in Minnesota. Yeah. My number 2, I want to say Calvin Ridley today, but also I want to say those little sequences like before first half. The end of fourth quarter sequences, like why do we only rush 3 and drop back 8 and we still got beat for a touchdown? Those sequences just, I mean, like, and this was against a Patriots team who had only one more win than us, rookie quarterback who made rookie mistakes, still managed to rush for 100 yards. And, he's a rookie. He did exactly what rookies do. So, but those little sequences before halftime, the drive, you should at least get 3 points out of it. The interception, Tony Pollard in red zone. I know a lot of fans are going to say, why didn't Tony Pollard touch the ball once in the red zone? I get that. That's another topic. And then fourth quarter, that's how I would have went for 2 if I was Gerard Mayo. But like you said, it's the battle of 2 bad teams, and I think Patriots, Raiders. Patriots, Raiders, Browns. I think there's like 7 teams, I think, somewhere around there, 6 or 7 teams at 2-7 right now. The Titans 2 wins so far. Dolphins, they're 2-6. Patriots, they're 2-7. So next week's gonna be a very physical matchup with the Chargers.
You haven't beaten them. You haven't beaten them at home since 1990. So everybody knows. Everybody's keeping track.
And Harbaugh is a good coach, and that's going to be if Bosa plays, Watson better get ready for Bosa. That's going to be a tough matchup for Watson. He allowed 1 sack today. Other than that, he played pretty well to me. I didn't see any bad penalties from Watson.
We got to say, hold on. I didn't spend 30 minutes making these boards for us to just jump topics, sir. Shame. But anyway, yeah, about the O-line, they're my first positive. 1 sack this entire day. They have been trying to find some cohesion there, and they might have. You just had to kick MPF out of right tackle. Goodness gracious. And there's this guy who's doing an admirable job. He wasn't great, but when they really needed time, I mean, that touchdown that Nick Westbrook-Akina was a nice, clean pocket, and they knew we were going to throw it. So that's my positive about that. The O-line played well today. They played with chemistry. They played with purpose. And, yeah, I mean, that's my –
got his first 100-yard rushing for the season. His first 100 yards rushing, so that was good. I'll just pick the defense, forcing turnovers, got 4 sacks. Once again, rookie quarterback, but that's what you need to do to win. They needed that to win, honestly. Auden Key has some good sacks. Drake May held onto the ball too long, so there's going to be some learning curves with that. And then Hooker, good game. Key, good game. Jeffrey Simmons got his first sack.
You needed those guys to really step up, and they really did. They really did. Amani Hooker, unbelievable player. He ball hawked today. He didn't really have to ball hawk the last one. Drake May threw it so tall up in the air, he kind of just jogged back there and caught it for the interception. But hey, I'll absolutely. Your guys stepping up, you're trying to get it done. This was an emotional win for this team. They were showing it. Brian Callahan, kind of tears in his eyes in the press conference, getting through everything. I also think that when he looked like he played, he didn't make the crazy play call. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in overtime, he was like, "Hey, as long as they're going to let Pollard get 5 yards, I'm going to come up with these run plays." And they were pretty good run plays. We hadn't run a counter all game, and all of a sudden the counter started working. And then inside trap, and you could tell Pollard's foot was hurting him because he was trying to get loose a couple of times and couldn't shake it. And I just watched him slowly get up over and over again. So Pollard was a positive. I'll even say Ridley was a positive because when they really had to have a first down, he made the catch. Yeah. Look, they played complimentary football when they had to. They had to have it. Scott Cobe, resident Patriots fan. Scott, I hope you're doing well, bud. It was a nasty game today, but it was a good game. I would say this. It was a good game. It wasn't like it was unentertaining.
First half was unentertaining. First half was a little boring. It was a little in the first half, but second half, I'm like, okay, it increased.
Look, we were this close to me going, I don't care who wins. Like, just make it stop. I don't care anymore. Just make it stop. But I think the things that gave me any kind of hope was I was sitting there looking down at the field, seeing what they were trying to do, and it worked a lot. And then there were some times where guys were wide open and you didn't see them and whatever else. But my positive, my biggest season. Oh, I know. It's going to be my biggest positive was Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph played really Do you guys think Drake May's future being there today? I would think so, Scott. Now he has to settle down a little bit. There were passes that were getting away from him. There were some highly interceptable balls that if my team was better, they would be able to grab them. Brown Lee is going to snag one this year, Bradley. I'm telling you, he gets closer and closer every single time. But I actually really like Drake May's play. I love the takeoff, the running. Yeah. But, it just didn't happen today. He made the rookie mistake at the end of the game and threw it up in cover 2, and they were more than happy to take advantage of it. But I thought
Travis Henry.
Good. But anyway, I cannot brag enough about Mason Rudolph. We had on Titans radio, CJ Latham going on there, and he said he walked out to that huddle, and there was just something about the veteran quarterbacks, right? And he walks out to the huddle, and he goes, "Gentlemen, it's a whole new game. Do you want it or not?" And that they were like, "We do." And they made the plays necessary to get down there, eat enough clock or whatever. And that's the other thing about Callahan. He just took the points. Just take the points. Just kick the field goal. Don't be cute. People were booing him for not going for it on fourth down near the goal line. No. It took you so long to push yourself down the field. You have to reward those guys. The drive has to mean something. And I thought he did very well with that today. He didn't try to outsmart.
The entire third quarter had 2 long drives, one by each team. That was the entire third quarter. To go to Scott's comment, Drake. Listen, he did good. He did solid without a good offensive line and a good receiver. Like who your best receiver is Kendrick Bourne. Come on, I mean, Patriots are looking right now. If the season would have ended today, they're looking at Travis Henry from Colorado to draft that wide receiver.
You're welcome, Alan. Hey, Alan, what's your quarterback say about your team?
We're not the Raiders. I think Raiders and Browns have a worse quarterback situation than us right now. But
hey, Alan, what did your own quarterback say on your team? They called him lip reading. Did you see this?
I saw that. I saw it.
Yeah. What do you say, Alan? Just go ahead. Let me know.
But like I said, this is a good matchup for Tennessee, and they need this win for the locker room. They need this win. Now, it's going to fall on Will Levis next week, what he can do. That's the talk up here today, where I am. Yeah. They're going to, I mean, if Travis Hunter plays wide receiver, I don't know what position he's going to play. I mean, I think he'll be a better receiver.
He's going to be a wide receiver. He's going to be a wide receiver, I think.
Hopefully. I would rather see him be a wide receiver. I'd rather see him play wide receiver than CB, especially with his build right now. He'd be a good slot receiver. But yeah, this is a good one for the locker room, and we'll see what happens with Will Levis. He's not won a game all year. So hopefully, I mean, it's been what? How many games has Will Levis missed now? He's missed what? He's missed what, this year? 3. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully Will Levis learned something today. Hopefully that game film he watched can, get something to stick. And I remember telling this last week after the Lions lost, a lot of Titans fans like, okay, number 1 pick, we're going to get Cam Ward or Shadur Sanders. It's like, as I said this, I said, guys, it doesn't matter who we draft. It's about development. Any quarterback you draft out of college can be good, but he's not going to be good if you can't develop him. That's been the Titans' curse. We can't develop quarterbacks.
Right.
I mean, the only quarterbacks we had successful in Titans uniform that we drafted was McNair, obviously. And then after that, it was Matt Hasselbeck. We didn't draft him. Kerry Collins. Didn't draft them. Ryan Tannehill. Didn't draft them.
All bridge. They're all bridge quarterbacks.
That's all. Yeah. Soppy seconds of second team. We were the second team just to take them. So,
I try not to think about Matt Hasselbeck because I really think he would have been good if he just stayed. Like, I totally believe that. I really liked him. Don't worry, Sam. I'm on the late night postgame show. You can catch the late night postgame show on the Let's Talk Sports Network. It's hosted by one Alan Perales and another Scott Cope. Who will be diving into his Cowboys probably pretty hard. Scott's got a guy that kicks his dog.
Cowboys have one issue, and that's Jerry
Love you,
Jones.
Scott.
It's Jerry Jones. That dude.
I'll try to get a recording for you, Bradley, of Scott saying "hebbet" and "shebbet." It's very nice, the Bostonian accent. What are your guys' solution at QB for the Titans?
It's up to Will
I don't
Levis.
want to draft. I don't want to draft a quarterback next year.
No,
but I'm not a scout. I'm not anybody fancy or whatnot. But if I'm there and Cam Ward is there, Bradley's our and Cam Ward is there, I'll take him 100%. I feel better about him there to take him or whatnot. If you're going to bridge one more year, which I hope you don't, then you're going to have to try to figure out something. Oh, well, thank you, Scott.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You do a good job too, Scott. I'm just as surprised as anybody that we have a W today. So, I mean, I'm serious. Once it was going to overtime,
it was a crazy game. I think the last overtime in recent history, the last overtime game I remember winning was when Mariota threw it to Corey Davis against the Eagles. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I was excited for that one. That was a good one.
See if Joe will play for you next year. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that in a heartbeat. The Delaware Destroyer? Yeah.
Delaware Destroyer.
Off his mom's couch to destroy.
Well, here's my take on the quarterback situation. Obviously, Brian Callahan has already said it's going to be Will Levis when healthy. I thought he was going to start today, but he didn't. That's okay. Rest that shoulder more.
Came down to the wire.
Yeah. It's up to Will Levis. I mean, if he comes out next week and just continues to do the same, BS that got him into trouble, then I mean, there's probably gonna be Titans fans that I won't be surprised at the next home game. If Levis does bad, they're probably gonna start shouting, "We want Rudolph" in the game. But that's a little far. But I mean, the 4 quarterbacks in this year's draft, I don't.
You are the red rifle, Bradley. You are the red rifle.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that a lot. My take on the quarterback is, I mean, Shedeur Sanders. The key word is they all have potential.
Sure,
but Sanders, I make this equivalent to college basketball. If you're a quarterback that has high potential, I want to see you take over a game, not against we're Colorado facing New Mexico State. I want to see okay, Colorado's facing Georgia. How does
you want to see him beat like a big SEC team?
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
And this goes back to Brian Callahan. I made a post a while back. Brian Callahan worked with Peyton Manning. He worked with Joe Burrow. Now, can we say Brian Callahan 100% is the reason why those guys having great careers? No, but he did work with them. Is Will Levis Joe Burrow? No. Is he Peyton Manning? No. So, I mean,
oh gosh, I hope not.
No.
I mean, he's doing okay with Minnesota. I don't know. Maybe Scott. Maybe I don't know. It's hard for me to see.
He's doing well in Minnesota because dude has Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson.
Right.
I mean, we don't have that.
If you do get him, let's say you get him, right? Let's say you get Darnold, then you better be taking Travis Hunter or something in that first pick.
We need another receiver.
Right.
We need a tight end too, honestly. I'm not sold on. I think Josh Riley should get more first team snaps over Chig. I mean,
he's nursing an injury today.
Yeah.
So,
oh boy.
Yeah. Hey,
injury around
that with a touchdown. I was like, who are you?
I know. When it comes to free agents, Justin Fields would be my top free agent but I don't think the Steelers ain't gonna let him go because they know Justin Fields is the future behind Russell Wilson. And Justin Fields was playing good. I was surprised the Steelers even benched him because he was doing he was doing pretty good.
Yeah, but Russell can put up 30
yeah,
points.
Yeah.
If I'll give you Trey Lance for a bucket of popcorn.
These
Good old
North Dakota State quarterbacks have not been good in the pros.
It's not a good sign, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I agree with you, Sam. If any quarterback we do take, I'll be more comfortable with Cam Ward. I told this numerous. Yeah,
if you want the best right tackle, go for it. I don't care. Like, do it.
I said, the issue with this, if we draft a quarterback, you got in the first round, you got to start him right away. You can't sit a first round quarterback behind a second round quarterback or third year quarterback in Will Levis. So that's not going to work. If they got high draft pick, I want the Titans to do what the Bears and the Texans did: trade back, go just make a trade, get an overhaul. But
so you want them to keep selling this year, get enough picks, and then trade down.
I want them to win. If they can win, I would like them to keep winning.
Sure,
but
what I don't want is like, what I don't want is week 10. Like if week 10 comes along and Levis starts lighting it up, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake, or just not screwing us over. That would be the nightmare. Yeah. But if he does, now we're going to go, great. Now what do we do? Would you guys sign a Stephon Diggs for a 1-year contract? I have no idea. Vrabel wouldn't. I don't know what Callahan's feel is for that kind of thing. A 1-year contract, then sign Joe Flacco. I would be very happy with Flacco if they want to keep trying Mason. I don't know how long Mason Rudolph's contract for. Probably 1. I would think 1. But I think if you want to try to bridge it, you have more power to you. I hope you go for it. But you got to win some games next year. You have to show some progress. So you better find it. All done, move. Stay young and keep building it up. Okay.
Well, all right. The Titans.
Right.
Here is the Titans' next 4 games. They're at the Chargers next week. That's a tough game. Justin Herbert's a good quarterback, good offensive line there. And then Minnesota, that's good receiving core. I mean, will Snead come back and guard Justin Jefferson? That's going to be a good matchup. And then at Houston and at Washington. And the way Drake May ran over us today, watch out for Jaden Daniels. He might do even better. Jaden Daniels has been amazing this year. He's been
he has been so fun to watch. Next 4 losses, you mean? Yeah. No, seriously.
Potential.
We don't argue. We're not going to argue with that.
Yeah.
You are what you are. By the way, Minnesota's kicker just missed another one. And this was a gimme. He missed it.
Vikings, man. They're a mess. I mean, J.J. McCarthy was doing good in the preseason. He got injured. That sucked for them.
Yeah.
But, no, I mean.
Is it 3 missed field goals? Oh, jeez. Goodness gracious.
Oh, yeah. I've never been missed field goals. Shout out to the Patriots because Joey Sly missed that 56-yarder. That came in handy.
Oh, boy, you ain't kidding. This Sunday.
That would have been a different outcome.
It stinks, as we say in our game. It stinks. Anyway,
Vikings have Sam Darnold.
I don't know what the cure is at quarterback. If you can get your hands on Flacco, by all means, take him. Because I don't want to draft any. I don't want to draft any quarterback next year. I really don't.
Well, there was a Titans fan. I don't remember his name. He said, "What if we trade Will Levis to get Matthew Stafford?" And obviously, this would have been before D-Hop got shifted out.
Okay,
this would have been he made this trade proposal before D-Hop was traded. Now, if we still had D-Hop, I would say yes, but the Rams got a huge win today from a clutch Matthew Stafford throw. So, but the Rams ain't out of it. Rams are still in that division because AFC West is open. Cardinals, 49ers, Seahawks, and Rams, they're all neck and neck battling out. But those next 4, get back to Titans talk. Next 4 games are going to be tough. Chargers, John Harbaugh, man, I thought Jim Harbaugh, good head coach, and I'll talk to Flacco tonight. He should be back.
Yeah, go talk to Flacco for us, Scott. Send him here. Send the Delaware Destroyer to me. All right, I'm in. I'm in. I'm not looking forward to next week. J.K. Dobbins. Herbert is a good thrower of the football. I'm a little worried.
Good
but,
offensive line.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good matchup.
I mean, it is, but look, I'm sitting here and I know what this team is, and they're just what they are, and they're going to lose more times than they win. And that's
let me say this about the Titans real quick. The defense doesn't concern me.
No, nor should it.
The linebacker play kind of does at times get me a little concerned.
They were good today. I was shocked they were good today. They were good.
The secondary D line, I have faith in. Just a little bit. I mean, Packers game.
You why is Keith taking all your tapioca pudding? That's not very nice. I'll send you a fresh batch for you. Fresh batch. But I'll do it if you say Sherbet and Herbet in a Bostonian accent. Sherbet and Herbet. Herbet needs Sherbet.
It's the offense that has us concerned because today, luckily, we did good in the second half and got the win, but it's against the Patriots. Chargers would be a whole different thing. And plus, Brian Callahan.
We'll get boat raced if we're not careful.
Yeah.
So
Chargers are a little bit more step up, better team than the Patriots.
I saw a lot of your folk in the stadium today. They were fun. They were having a good time. So I yelled "Chowder" at them when I walked by. It was very fun. Chowder.
Yeah, Boston. Anyway. Got the Boston accent.
Yeah. We are at 36 minutes, and Bradley and I have to go to bed now. I'm probably going to pass out on the couch and still eat the rest of this victory pizza for me. But we look forward to you'll get boat raced. We play Philly next week. Oh, you're going to win that one. Sirianni will cost you.
How did Saquon Barkley do a reverse hurdle?
How? How does this man do it? How?
Hey, shout out to Saquon Barkley. I love Barkley coming out of Penn State, and Giants just
don't know what they're doing,
man. Let's give Daniel Jones all this money.
So you can join us next Sunday evening where we're going to talk about how badly the Chargers.
You never know. You never know. Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you go to Dairy Queen after the game for Frosties? We get our free donuts from Kroger, sir. Okay. All right. That's what we get. Okay.
That's the deal. I don't live in Tennessee. I don't get that deal. I can't show up to that. Like, hey, look at me. Like, you don't get your donuts.
I'm not sure. They have different coupons for those deals. Right? Logan's Roadhouse is one of them. You get like half off your meal and stuff like that. Something like that. But anyway, it's been fun. It's fun to have a win. The team needed it. I needed it. It was fun to be in the building.
First Monday victory.
Hats off for all the Titans fans that stuck around because a lot of them stuck around, and that was great. It was hard to get out of that building, which is, fine, even though I was kind of like, wow, all of you stayed. This makes me feel lovely.
Right. So at halftime.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the Patriots fans left early. I was like, are you sure? But
Patriots fans that far.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get
upper Northeast United States, Tennessee's Midwest. Come on. There should be no Patriots fans at that game. I'm just kidding.
Sam must have went to the gas station, Buc-ee's. I love Buc-ee's. I've killed for less. Nobody will slander Buc-ee's in my presence, I assure you. That's an awesome place. But anyway, thank you all for watching tonight. 61 viewers. That's lovely. I'll take that.
Share the show, guys. Share it, please. Thank you very much.
Share the show. Comments. Share the show. All this fun stuff. I will be on tomorrow for football, and I will be on Thursday for football, 8 p.m. Monday, 9:15. 8 p.m. Mondays and Thursdays, and then Tuesdays at 8 p.m. we're going to recap Monday Night Raw, and then we'll recap SmackDown on Friday at 9:15 p.m. Central.
Nice.
And then I have the Fanboys Unleashed, Bradley. It's always a pleasure. And we'll be back here at 8 p.m. on Sunday. sink or swim, most likely sinking, but we'll try to swim. We won't voluntarily drown, if that makes any sense. But anyway, for Sam Dean, aka Mr. First Down, and Bradley Mangold, we wish you a fine evening, a good work week. Thank you, Bradley. Anyway, but y'all have a wonderful night. See ya. Alive. I don't know why we're still